your face.
Mek Wi Talk,
People,
Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key,
a guiding light for
you and me.
spark a talk and
You will see
conflict solver.
A to Z.
World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people,
Mek Wi Talk.
hey, we're living in a world that on when the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough.
Mek Wi Talk,
My people,
Mek Wi Talk.
when this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face.
Mek Wi Talk,
People,
Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key,
a guiding light for
you and me.
spark a talk and
You will see
conflict solver.
A to Z.
World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people,
Mek Wi Talk.
hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough.
Mek Wi Talk,
My people,
Mek Wi Talk.
when this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face.
Mek Wi Talk,
People,
Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key,
a guiding light for
you and me.
spark a talk and
You will see
conflict solver.
A to Z.
World leaders master the art of self. When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough.
Mek Wi Talk,
My people,
Mek Wi Talk.
when this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face.
Mek Wi Talk,
People,
Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key,
a guiding light for
you and me.
spark a talk and
You will see
conflict solver.
A to Z.
World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people,
Mek Wi Talk.
hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend.
Good evening. We're listening, watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program. Welcome to our viewers on TikTok Live. The Mek Wi Talk program is on TikTok Live this evening. It is now 7:35 here in South Florida, 6:35 in the land of wood and water. Welcome to the program. Good night, good evening to South Africa. I want to say good night to Ambassador Andy Mashaili over there in South Africa. Good evening to you, sir. Or good night to you, sir, whatever time it is in South Africa now. To all our friends and family beyond the shores of Jamaica, to all our friends and family in London, England, good evening. Welcome to the program. Good night, wherever you are. It is Mek Wi Talk. This evening, we're going to speak about Prime Minister Andrew Holness condemn the shooting of Buju, the young lady who they call Buju, was brutally unalived by the security forces of our country. I want to say good evening to the producer in the background, So Real. Good evening to you, sir. Thanks for being in the background and making sure everything is going well on the Mek Wi Talk program. Let me see if everything is going well when it comes on to the audio. For those in the chat room, let me know if you hear me clearly in the chat room. The Mek Wi Talk students in the chat room, good evening to you. Let's know if you're hearing us clearly, because we're live on Mek Wi Talk on TikTok. For those who are joining us beyond the shores, yes, here we are. We're live on TikTok. I'm hearing there's no breaking up on TikTok. Very good. Good evening to you all. Audio is excellent. TikTok students, good evening, good evening, good evening. I know you all have been dying to get the Mek Wi Talk program on TikTok. I want to say thank you all very much for making sure that you make the Mek Wi Talk program a source of information to you all. I want to say thank you all very much for coming on. It's a pleasure having you all on the Mek Wi Talk TikTok page. Thank you all very much. Good afternoon or good evening to Bishop Dr. Steve Dunkley, who is joining us on TikTok, a good friend of mine. We have to make sure we make sure that the chat room is up and going to our person there in the behind the background there. Make sure everything is going fine. Let me do this. It is already live. Let me do this here. It's a pleasure having you all on. Listen to me, students. We're going to speak about the issues facing our country, Jamaica. And we're also going to open the phone lines. We are live on TikTok. We are live on TikTok. Let me share the TikTok page to those on my WhatsApp group. We're live on TikTok this afternoon. We're live on TikTok, wherever you are. We are live on, I want to say hi to OT from the Region Vatican program. We're live on TikTok too. We're live on the Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. We're live on Facebook. We're working to make sure everything goes well. Jamaicans, it took the Prime Minister over 2 weeks or nearly 3 weeks before he can really come out and speak about what is going on with Buju, where the police unalive this young lady here. It takes the Prime Minister a lot of time to come out, nearly 2 weeks, to condemn the unalived or the brutal murder. If I can use this word, I hope I'm not. Let me, you know what, if to come out and speak about the unaliving of a young lady. It doesn't look good. Good afternoon, students in the YouTube channel 6614. Good afternoon to you. Thanks for joining us. Like up the live feed, share up the live feed. We're live wherever you are. We are live. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mr. Andrew Holness, was speaking at a recent police graduation ceremony in Twickenham Park in St. Catherine. And the Prime Minister condemned the killing of the young lady by the security forces of Jamaica. Those who are on TikTok, give me some likes on TikTok. Give me some hearts, give me some money gun. And that's what I said? Yeah. You know, when we sit down here, and for a Prime Minister to take so long to come out and speak out against what is going on in the country, it don't look good. It do not look good. It do not smell good. And the Prime Minister of the country ought to have come out from the beginning and condemn what is going on. But the Prime Minister do not do such thing. What the Prime Minister did was to literally wait until he sees fit to come out and speak out. We on this program here have been calling for the Prime Minister to come out and condemn, he hasn't done so until he feels like to do it. And he went on to say that people from all overseas has been calling him. Well, there's a petition going around wherein Jamaicans are signing this petition for the Prime Minister to step down along with the Minister of National Security. It cannot be that we have a situation in this country where the Prime Minister was the one who authorized the security forces. Many people may say I must stop saying it. The Prime Minister of this country was the one who told members of the security forces and the Jamaican citizenry that either you face a judge or you make her. The Minister of National Insecurity and No Peace, Dr. Harris Chang, went on to say that they must shoot and ask question after. There's a clipping that I want to play for you. And I hope we upload this because we're having some technical difficulties uploading some clippings here. There is a video circulating on social media that the Prime Minister said that he said what he had to say pertaining to the body-worn cameras by members of the JCF. And it seems as if the Prime Minister is not in support of it, because what the Prime Minister is saying, that they have CCTVs all over Jamaica, and they're investing in some more CCTV, some security cameras. Prime Minister Holness, my take on all of this, sir, the people of the country, sir, must have the authority to speak to you. We need to speak to you. And we see it fit, along with civil society, that members of the security forces, thank you, talk, Jeffrey, thank you. Members of the security forces must wear body cameras. It cannot be in a modern democracy that the security forces have the right to be judge, jury, and executioner and enliven the people of this country. It first and all, Prime Minister, it take you so long, sir, for you to come out and condemn the unaliving of a Jamaican citizen by the security forces. It take you way too long, sir. In situations like this, Mr. Prime Minister, it is a duty of you as a servant of the people of this country, sir, to address the nation. It doesn't matter if the people are from the effluence of society or from below crossroad. It is the sole duty of you, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, to come out and condemn the shooting. It taking way too long, Mr. Prime Minister, for you to do so. We haven't heard from the Minister of National Security, Dr. Harris Chang. My question tonight, once more, how many Jamaicans must be gunned down in this country by members of the security forces? Last week, Tuesday night, I played a video here where 655 Jamaicans was unalived by the security forces. Or 655 Jamaicans were killed in this country. Out of that, 65 or 60 Jamaicans of unsound mind was gunned down by the security forces. Many of you may say, Jeffrey, you're lying. Go and do your research. Go and do your research. It cannot continue. How many more Jamaicans must be killed in this country by the security forces? How many more? In any other modern democracy, the Minister of National Security of his resignation. In any other modern democracy, the police officer who has been implicated in this, the video is clear to see. I can't show the video anymore on my YouTube channel. I was warned not to show it. But the video is there to see that the police officer took his gun, taxpayer's gun, and taxpayer's bullet, and put a round into the body of a Jamaican citizen. Are we becoming a banana republic? Is this the country we want to leave for our children? Like up the live feed, people. Like up the live feed, share up the live feed. For those on TikTok, welcome. Welcome for those on TikTok. Like up the live feed. Are we going to continue like this in this country? Thank you for the rose on TikTok. Thank you for the rose. Give me some more rose on TikTok. Thank you very much. Give me some more hearts on TikTok too. Thank you. Is it that we gonna sit down in this country and keep our mouth shut and hoping and praying that Jamaicans who live overseas will take up the baton to lead a protest in this country? The Governor General must step down. I tell you something, the GG won't step down, you know. Somebody in the chat room said the GG must step down. That will never happen in the history of this country. How many more of our citizens must be murdered in this country? And because it is not at the doorstep of many of us, we keep our mouth shut. Because we believe that we mustn't say anything. Do you know how many Jamaicans have lost their loved ones? And the JCF have some cold cases that they refuse to go back and look at. And I will continue saying this. There's a former commissioner of police who is now in charge of the Transport Authority, and some big shot at JUTC, Owen Ellington. Former Commissioner Owen Ellington. As far as I am concerned, Mr. Ellington shouldn't even be at JUTC. When he was Commissioner of Police, he was the worst Commissioner of Police in the history of this country. I can go on and on about Mr. Ellington, you know, but I refuse not to. I don't want to do it tonight. One of the reasons why I don't want to do it tonight is because Mr. Ellington won't get any credit from this program here. Owen Ellington presided over a JCF in which a lot of Jamaican citizens lost their loved one. They wrote a letter to him, and he hasn't answered the letter until this blessed day. And what this administration did was to give Mr. Ellington a position to continue sucking taxpayers' money, to continue getting money from the coffers of the taxpayers of this country. The same way we sit down in this country and have Darrell Vaz as Minister of Transportation. Well, Mr. Vaz shouldn't be sitting there. Darrell sit as Transportation Minister and presided over a corrupt institution. The Ministry of Transportation, headed by him, is a corrupt institution. Many of you may ask the question, why am I saying this? The transport sector, headed by him, presided over $1.4 billion bus scandal in this country. And you hear nothing about it. Mr. Vaz is still Minister of Transportation. $600 and something million is still unaccountable for those used bus. He's playing a two-card trick on members of the public transport sector. I know they can't get a fair increase. And to show you what they do to the people of this country is to put those who are in authority, who hasn't served the people of this country well, they give them position and give them all of this and all of that. How many more Jamaicans must be unalived by the security forces of this country? How many more Jamaicans must be target practice by the security forces of this country? How many more Jamaicans must be boxed and kicked by members of the security forces of this country? And we sit down and we Jamaicans not say anything about it. But every 5 years we get up and we vote in and we vote out. How many more? I want to play a video here with the PM. Watch this video here.
You don't have to tell me how difficult it is sometimes to deal with our citizens. But you must remember that they too come from a place of mistrust and fear. And there is a culture, unfortunately, in our country which we don't speak about because we have a sense of exceptionalism of ourselves. But the truth is, we resist authority. So the police is coming to the citizen with the notion that their authority must automatically be accepted and respected because I wear the uniform. And the citizen is coming to the interaction with the police that historically these persons have been oppressive and unfair and unjust, and I am going to resist and defend.
And you're being a hypocrite. The security forces of this country have been oppressive to the Jamaican people for many years. Not only in your time as Prime Minister, but in other times. In Edward Siaga days, in Michael Manley days, in PJ Patterson days, in Bruce Golding, Mama P. Now you. The security forces have been oppressive to the people of this country. And they have no respect for the Jamaican people. None. And you must speak the truth, Prime Minister.
My rights. Immediately, there is the setup for a confrontation in the society. This cannot continue as we seek to modernize our society. There must be a watershed period where this ends. In the same way that we have been able to end political violence and we are now getting on top of murders, the police force must now lead in dealing with how we manage police-citizen interaction. Let me say this. The public may not readily know the mechanics of how policy is formed in national security. Maybe some of the officers here may not know. But there is such a thing as the National Security Council. The National Security Council is a committee of the cabinet, and it brings together all the ministers and their permanent secretaries responsible for ministries that have line responsibility for security. It also has all the heads of security entities. Obviously, the JDF, the JCF, MOCA, Customs. We have recently added ODPEM because managing disasters have now become a part of national security concerns. And we meet once every month and we discuss.
So if you meet once every month, Prime Minister, my question to you tonight, sir, have you all discussed the way how the security forces treat the Jamaican people? Have you, in all your meetings, discussed the way how the security forces speak to the Jamaican people? One moment for me, please. One moment. One moment, caller. One moment, please. One moment. Do apologize about this. Good night, caller. Welcome to the program. You're live. Hello? Hold on there for me. Hello, Mek Wi Talk. You're live. Hello?
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, Mr. Tabach.
Yes, sir. Good night to you. How are you doing?
I'm good. I hear playing the hypocrisy of the Prime Minister, you know? Mouthful of hypocrisy, you know? you know? Public opinion is heavily against the activities of the security forces right now. So he's jumping on that bandwagon to try to neutralize the effect that his words encourage the police to do, you know?
Let me ask you a question, sir. As a Jamaican citizen living overseas, staying from outside of Jamaica looking within, the Prime Minister said that he has a security team that meet every week or every month, he said. Do you think they discuss the way how the security forces deal with the Jamaican people, sir?
I don't believe nothing that man said, Jeffrey. Honestly, I don't believe on that man. You know, that man is a shameless, unfeeling. This guy hate the Jamaican poor black majority. You know.
The interconnectivity of all of these entities for national security. And high on the agenda, repeated on the agenda. I've raised it several times to the Commissioner of Police.
Go ahead for me. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
I remember Radam bring on peanut jelly and promote Radam. I know what that means. You know, that's the sound of the gun, Radam. And these militiamen with badge and gun, they can't solve major issues. It's easier for them to just come and just shoot down the people and tell lies, and you know. The Jamaican people are so scared right now. You know, nobody's there for them. So they're on their own. You know, while the corruption continues. You know, hundreds of billions of dollars being misappropriated. You know, It's a strategy, Jeffrey, to control the people, to contain the people. They used to use the common criminal to do it. Now they're using the police to do it. You know? You know? And
So tell me something, sir. Why do you think the Jamaican people is so quiet?
I believe there are more pressing issues to put food on the table and to keep a roof over their head.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so they are mainly focused on that, and they become individualistic. They become individualistic. This is only me, myself, and I know. You know, there's no collective brotherhood no more. You know, and as the inflation start to bite, it's only to provide food now and shelter, and just to stay alive. You know, and the corrupt politicians exploit that avenue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they exploit it. Keep robbing, keep adding more, and they plenty at the expense of the people. You know, at the expense of the people. And it's so sad. I like how sometimes you touch on some issues still, Jeffrey, and you really bring a little hope sometimes when you talk about certain things.
Boy, I tell you something, despite what people may go on, but personally you may be going through in your personal life and all those things, and you try not to think about issues facing yourself or even your country. When you read the paper or you look on the news coming out of Jamaica, or a member of a news organization who may send you something that they can't put on their platform because of they're afraid of what their producers may do or say. They may send it to you, and you can do it because at the end of the day, no one is really telling you what to do.
Like a persona still, because you touch on certain issues where it's only you alone touch on those issues. You still remind us of the atrocities that take place in the 2010, the Tivoli Garden incursion, and the mass, the wholesale slaughter of black poor Jamaican in that community, and most of them probably couldn't run because they probably don't have anywhere else to go, and they stood their ground and they end up being slaughtered. And it's only a pity the country never demonstrate against such atrocities. They keep silent, and why I tell you, boy, I just hope that don't happen again in the history of Jamaica, wherein a government actually encourage the security forces to turn the gun on the poor and the defenseless.
I saw wherein somebody sending around a petition to the United Nations or wherever, calling on the Prime Minister of Jamaica to step on the Minister of National Security and the DPP. Now, this DPP is a new person there. I wouldn't say that they should ask her to step down because she just newly get that post. But the Minister of National Security must step down. And this administration, these governments, these two political gangs in the parliament of this country presided over the atrocity of what happened in Tivoli Garden, where Jamaicans were unalived by the security forces. And what they did was to dig a mass grave. And dump poor people Pitney and poor people in a Kingston cemetery or Maypen cemetery.
The opposition was so silent on that matter. So it's only a pity.
Why are we, I'm asking a question. Why are you people debating an opposition?
No.
Why don't we as Jamaican citizens get up?
Jeffrey,
and I will keep on saying this, when the people of this great United States have any issue They forget that they're Republicans or Democrats. What
I
they
beg
do,
to, I beg to disagree with you. Respectfully still in the chat.
what they do, they go out there as Americans. When the people of
NGOs.
Barbados, hold on for me, when the people of Bahamas or Barbados have an issue, they take to the streets. Why do we have to wait in the opposition for us to go out there? Why?
Jeffrey, Barbados. I live and work in Barbados for years.
Uh-huh.
And let me tell you something. I've been to the two political parties gathering, and they were close together.
Mm-hmm.
And there wasn't any violence. The baddest person in Barbados, I would say badness, the baddest person in Barbados is a policeman without a gun. If you owe a woman $1, she's going for the police. Trust me. Grenada is the same thing. These small islands, I live and work in these places, and I can tell you, the police is most respectable, most respected, and is trusted. Unlike Jamaica, brother. Unlike Jamaica, brother. These guys are militia men with a gun and a badge.
You know why they're malicious, sir? When you have a former chief of the Jamaica Defense Force who went into the heart of the ghetto of Kingston and wherever to recruit young men, telling them I'm going to give them a job within the JDF, and they train them. When they finish training, they nobody take them on. Some of them are out there in the effluence of Jamaican society. Some of them join the JCF with a vengeance.
Whoa.
And the question we must ask Ambassador of Plentiful Rocky Mead, how many Jamaicans were trained by the JDF and was not employed by the JDF? And where are they now? Those are the people that the Prime Minister have on his national security team. And what they do is to reward people who don't fit to be rewarded in this country. They reward them. And my question tonight again to the people of my beloved country, Jamaica, why do you have to wait in the opposition for your voice to be heard? Why can't you all organized and let your voice be heard? Why can't you?
Because Gary always say organize. But right now, as I said, Jeffrey, these two gangs, they are the most organized. So they will always be the leader of the system.
You know,
these two gangs. I hear the former DP say something before she did make office, you know.
Uh-huh.
That the PMP and the GLP are two of the biggest cults in Jamaica.
They are.
She said that, you know. Remember, she said that, you know. And that's true, you know. Jeffrey, although I love the PMP, I don't think I should be bridled in not criticizing them when they misstep. Trust me.
Let me say something to you. Let me tell people something. I grew up in two homes that support the two political parties in this country. You hear me?
Yeah.
And they told me point blank, so you decide what you want to do. Nobody don't tell me who to vote for, who not to vote for. I realize
when it comes to politics. Fanaticism when it comes to politics.
I realize, sir, that the Jamaican people believe in this die-heartedness. And that is why Jamaica is where Jamaica is.
I'm not die-hearted.
You have some Jamaicans, sir. Hold on for me. You have some Jamaicans, sir. Hold on for me, sir. Yeah. You have some Jamaicans, sir, that will not support the political party in the sense of if they're a Labour Party, then I support PNP. And then a PNP, then I support Labour Party. That is stupidness.
But the two political parties, the PNP and the GLP, have the same master, King Charles of England. They have the same master, King Charles of England. Every time Parliament open, these people swear allegiance to the King. And Jeffrey, we keep saying the Governor General position is a ceremonial position. Why a ceremonial position has been costing the Jamaican taxpayers hundreds of millions of dollars per year?
Then let me ask you a question, sir. Let me ask a question to you, sir. Isn't Jamaica, didn't Great Britain handed down independence to Jamaica, sir? And,
yes.
and within that independence that they handed down to Jamaica, sir, they said that Jamaica must have a representative of the Queen or the King in Jamaica. And that is why the place where the GG live named King's House.
Yeah, but what about constitutional reform? A full time we get rid of these
then
people.
The fact of the matter, sir.
Antigua and Barbuda. That's where the crown as the head of state, 2 months ago, Antigua and Barbuda did that,
Sir.
You mean these two gangs don't have the courage to do that?
But sir, if the Jamaican people who has the power and the authority to say to the powers may be, the next election, you must have on the ballot certain things.
Good point, sir. Good point.
If we're not doing that, sir, then we're going to continue repeating ourselves same way. Same way I said to the members of the public transport sector. If you don't get up and speak out about your business, we're going to get up and speak out about you. For you. The Jamaican people, sir, have the power and the authority to put down Andrew Holness and Mark Golden or put up Andrew Holness and Mark Golden. What we do in this country, sir, no matter what party we are from, even if the party do something wrong, we big up the party. And we're faced with a fundamental problem that if we don't speak out what is going on in this country, sir, if we, the people of this country, don't get up and say, look here, we're not PNP or JLP.
Sorry, I don't say this passing. What? When you say the PNP and the JLP,
speak into the phone, so I can hardly hear you, sir.
When you say the PNP and the GLP converge in certain areas, people vex with you. I say no, they're different. No, they're different. The PNP and the GLP converge in a lot of areas. You can hear me?
Yes, man, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying the PNP and the GLP converge in a lot of areas. Are the two parties them run Jamaica? Are the two parties them put Jamaica in the position waiting right now? The debt and all that, I've never heard nobody come and talk about. Where's our backside money going? Is it in a special account in Washington, just like the Venezuelan oil money now and the Iraqi oil money?
Why you say it's a special account in Washington? Washington have nothing to do with our backside money, sir.
Well, you don't know what the
Jamaica sold the backside to a Russian company, sir.
No, you have different entities in Jamaica who manufacture backside.
But not Washington, D.C., sir.
Well, Venezuela sell oil to different people, but
what I'm saying to you, sir, no. We must clarify ourselves, sir. We must clarify ourselves, sir. The Jamaican government, whether the PNP or the JLP, sold the backside company to a Russian company at one point, sir, and to a Japanese company at one point, sir. It's same way they sold JPS to a Japanese company, I think.
I was after to a Korean company. I was of the opinion that Kaiser from Germany mined the backside for Germany.
There you go. I think it's Kaiser, yes.
For Canada, the Chinese for the Chinese. That's how I think they used to do it. That's how I know they used to do it that way. Each of these people get some areas where they mine backside and ship it. But I tell you, listen, the man who actually divests most of Jamaican shares to foreign entity was a damn fool. Trust me. Trust me.
And that is why,
that 25% the remaining shares out of JPS the other day. And nobody couldn't protest.
And that is why, let us go back to the whole issue we come here to speak about. The whole
the crime.
Unaliving of a Jamaican citizen. Mm-hmm. The security of this country, sir, is at risk. It cannot be that you have a security forces who decide to use the people of this country as target practice or as blackbird, bird season. It cannot be, sir. And it cannot be that the citizens of the country is so afraid of the security forces that they are afraid to go out there and have a peaceful protest or do anything like that, sir. It is the constitutional right of the Jamaican people to have a peaceful protest, a peaceful assembly, sir, under the Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedom. It is their duty, sir. No, I am not inciting any protest. I'm not inciting any riot or anything like that.
Jamaican for Justice did it. And the Prime Minister make it his point of duty to go up there and threaten the people that he will initiate a counter protest. You don't forget that. Don't forget that. Jamaican for Justice went out there and initiate a demonstration against police excesses. And the Prime Minister threatened the nation, so he'll initiate a counter protest. Now he's in other people's country talking bullshit, trying to fool other people. That man should be in the Hague, man.
Then, hold on there. Let me ask you a question now. You say he should be in the Hague. Who not came to the Hague?
Yeah. Public opinion can carry him to the Hague.
Who?
Public opinion can carry him to the Hague.
No, sir.
If we discover, if
no,
we,
sir, you know, sing, sir.
If we, okay, we can make petition to the Hague. We can make petition to the Hague.
And making petition to the Hague, sir, is one. Is there anything to charge a Prime Minister for at the Hague, sir?
Him inside the security force to do extrajudicial killing.
So let me ask a question. Has the security forces in this country, sir, see anything to charge any of these politicians for?
Of course.
So have they done that, sir?
They're impotent when it comes to dealing with certain people, with certain category of people. Remember, say, some like a poor boy, you have a gun and a badge, you know. Some of them come from country and get wealthy or do police work. You know, go already, Jeffrey.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you put the country boy, give him a gun and a badge, and he get lucky. And you know.
In other words, you give the local dirty foot boy from below crossroad a gun.
And a badge.
And a badge.
Yes.
To oppress. To oppress his poor.
Where I come from?
To oppress his poor black brothers and sisters, eh?
Yeah. Where I come from? Yeah. Yeah.
For those who are just joining us, remember to like, share, and subscribe. For those on TikTok, like up the live feed on TikTok. Give us some TikTok. We're live on TikTok. Mek Wi Talk is live on TikTok. Go ahead.
I know so much of them. Derek Latibodier family.
Mm-hmm.
You Latibodier, the first policeman got killed 1985. Was a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Was a friend of mine. When I graduated from high school, this guy always say, "Oh, come and join the work, man. Come and join the work. I want to join the work." But you know, I never liked the whole setting. The whole setting. And that guy lost his life 85. And the minister at the time was Derek Smith. And they come with all type of jump corps and them do all kind of thing. And that guy murder is a cold case. And you know why? Because that guy mashed up a ganja racket among police.
Let me say something to you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
There's other cold cases in this country. And that is why when I started this program, I went directly to Owen Ellington, the former commissioner of police. Under his watch, a major case was brought before him. The family spent millions to get justice. And until this blessed day, there's no justice. The family wrote to the Commissioner of Police, Owen Ellington. And until now, no one responds to the family. There's a lot of cold cases in this country. And what they do to people who preside over some killings in this country. They award them with order of all dead this, or they give them positions to milk the coffers of poor people money some more.
You have a man named Mark Shield. I don't have no respect for Mark Shield. I
Why?
hear Mark Shield applaud this guy, this fool, Fitz Bailey.
Well, if it, no. Hold on there for me. Is Mr. Shields' opinion to applaud Mr. Bailey? Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, sir.
Yeah, listen, nevertheless, you have a point there, but listen. This man history it doesn't necessitate somebody like him to come out and applaud it. The murder in the Prime Minister's lawyer's house.
Mm-hmm.
When this guy said the lawyer need bed rest. The next one, the murder of Reverend, what's his name? Moore?
Yes.
The Spurchy police, Spurchy, that's a Spurchy. You know what I'm saying? The car go over the precipice and then find Mr. Moore hanging. Yo, Jeffrey. Come on, Jeffrey. I know the man is entitled to his own opinion. When he come here, so say my Scotland Yard, this and Scotland and that, it not sound like him have much sense to me.
Let me ask you a question. When Mr. Shields was head of a part of the JCF, were you in Jamaica at that time?
Yes, sir.
Did he do a good job?
Well, initially, yes.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. You know that some people come down here from other places to help to solve Jamaica's crime.
Yeah.
And when they come down here, sir, the level of protection they're supposed to get, they don't get it. And they were threatened by other people within the rank of the JCF, sir?
Intimidated, yeah.
Okay, so how can you blame? I'm not saying Mr. Shields get any intimidation, you know. I am just saying to you, sir, that the corruption in this country is in the security forces too.
Yes, I agree with you.
Okay.
I agree with you. But to come out on a limb and applaud the man there with the Turk and cake or say my commissioner. You could have just keep yourself in order to preserve your
Well, as I said before, it's Mr. Shields' opinion. If he believes that Fitz Bailey, hold on for me now.
Yeah.
If he believes that Mr. Bailey was doing a great job, sir, Mr. Fitz Bailey was doing a great job, sir, then that's his opinion. Well, don't you see the Prime Minister went to the Turks Island the other day and shake off Mr. Bailey's hand as Commissioner of Police? The question that we must ask, though, why did Mr. Bailey leave the JCF to go to the Turks Island? Why? The question we must ask also, was Mr. Bailey's hands tied behind his back while he couldn't carry out his duty as Assistant Commissioner of Police?
Therefore, those are important questions.
There you go. A lady, a student of the Mek Wi Talk program, came on this program, you know, and she said that the JCF should not be run by politicians. There should be no politics within the JCF. And I agree with her. I don't believe that the JCF should be allowed by politicians to pick their commissioner of police or to influence them to pick the commissioner of police. I do not believe that a politician should be Minister of National Security. I believe somebody within the JCF should be Minister of National Security. The same way, I do not believe that the Speaker of the House should be a member of any political party, much as the wife of a Prime Minister.
So, Jeffrey,
you're talking low, man. Talking to the mic, not the phone, man. You're low.
I'm talking. Let me talk. Okay. I believe you should contribute to the constitutional reform.
Who?
You make your suggestion be known. That's important input. You know, at least the citizens, they encourage citizens to give their input as to what they expect in a new constitution. So I think you make some very valid point when it comes to constitutional changes, like what you suggest, for them to look into that. You know,
my friend, I'll tell you something. And the number to call into the program is 954-529-8030. It's also a WhatsApp number. The number to call into the program is 954-529-8030. It is also a WhatsApp number. Call in and you can talk about anything. My friend, I'll tell you something.
You know, Jeffrey, you know, just in our Caribbean sphere, in Trinidad, the deputy commissioner of police arrested the commissioner of police.
That will never happen in Jamaica, sir. That will never happen in Jamaica. I have a next call coming in. So let's take this.
Yes, it does happen in Jamaica every time.
Okay. That will never happen in Jamaica. I have a next call coming in. So let's take this.
Yes, it does happen in Jamaica every time.
Hold on there. Sorry, what's going on here? There's a call coming in a while ago. The number to call is 954-529-8030. I want to say condolence to Miss P, one of the students here on the Mek Wi Talk program, in the passing of her son. Miss P's son passed away, I think it was yesterday or on Saturday. I don't remember when it was. On the behalf of the Mek Wi Talk program, my condolence to you, Miss P. And all that listen to this program here. 954-529-8030. Mario, in the background there, go over to Facebook. There is something going on by Facebook. There's 0 over there. 0. 954-529-8030. Like I call back Miss P. Miss P was calling us a while ago. She was calling a while ago, yes. Good night, Mek Wi Talk here live. Miss P, go ahead. How you doing?
Good night, Jeffrey. But I hold it, you know?
Yes, Miss P, please.
Yeah, I hold it like a jinx, you know? The son will want me to hold it for him too. But you know, listen to the program and listen and watch it. Regardless, lose my son and me and mourn, but I know me alone, I know me I first, I mean I'll be last. So
yes.
I try to be strong. I want Jamaica and Jamaicans. I want to say thanks to the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the personnel them that took care of my son, who see him and bring him to the hospital. If there was anything that they could have done to save him, they could have done. So regardless, we have some bad one. We have good police officers. But I want to say to them listen to speech, especially to those who trigger happy, disrespectful to the Jamaican people. I want you guys to listen to the speech that the Prime Minister have given and just think and look. The Prime Minister have taken up the whole entire JCF from the top to the bottom and fling them on one train. And on the bus. And one train fling them. And for those officers who involved in the American shooting, I feel like we no better pray to God because this man has taken himself out of it. Right? And to you, Mr. Commissioner, me not so bright, but me watch international news and me listen and me learn. If any problem will come, you are going to be part of the problem. You know why? Because you're the head of the JCF. And you subordinate them behind you. Take talk from you. And to the amount of killing when they pan tape, we don't know how not going to fight the case. When they just shoot, program Bush go look for while hang. Oh, the Prime Minister, listen. Jeffrey, are you listening to the Prime Minister's speech?
Yes, I was listening to it. What happened in Trinidad could happen in Jamaica. For example, the US could send to arrest the commissioner. That's the US. That's the US. What we're saying, you will never see a Jamaican commissioner of police or a deputy commissioner of police arrest the commissioner of police. It will never happen in this Jamaica.
Because of corruption.
You would never see. You would never see at this present time. Let me make it to MSP. You'll never see at this present time a commissioner of police go and lock up a politician.
In this time.
In this time. You never see that. And don't bring back Jack Smith to me. I tell the whole Jack Smith stupidness. Go ahead, Miss
So,
P.
what I'm saying, can the US send, like what the question asked, sorry, can the US send directly from America to lock up the commissioner?
What I am saying, unless there is something that the commissioner of police did within the limits of the American government.
Okay.
If the commissioner of police commit a crime on Jamaican soil, they have no authority to come and lock him up on Jamaican soil.
Okay.
It is the duty of the Jamaican government
to
do what they want to do out here. It is same way. If the Prime Minister commit a crime on Jamaican soil, the American can't come and lock him up over here. Unless he did something that the Americans say, okay, X, Q, Y, Z. Go ahead.
Yeah, I get it now.
Yes.
And the next thing, Darrell Val, the news say, what are the news say is alleged, so the man in a grow the, if you will, place rather the airport. And then Darrell Val come out and said the man wasn't in no danger. The man wasn't a danger. So more you listening, analyze it, and tell me where you feel.
Let me say something to you. Let me say something to you. What I know for a fact, that anyone who is on the premises of any airport throughout the world, and if you're going through the terminals and you divert and go somewhere else than the terminals, you are at risk to the security of the airport.
Right.
So if the individual was going to where the fuel was, he's at risk to the Norman Manley or the Donnelly International Airport.
But Darrell Val said the man wasn't a threat. The man did on the road. The man never did no upon the Sangster Airport.
So hold on there now. Is it that is it that every news organization in Jamaica is telling a lie then?
Well, me don't know. Me not disagree, me don't know. But more you listen to Darrell Val's speech, and more you listen to the news I say, I went one next person I say. Darrell Val said the man did it on the street, STREET. So I believe that the street is different from the airport, probably is adjoining vicinity. But he said the man did it on the street.
Hold on, Miss P. Hold on, Miss P. You know something? I hear people talking to the US have this and Mr. Holness and that and Mr. Holness. I have no information that the Americans have XQYZ on the Prime Minister. None. If they do have things on the Prime Minister, they're keeping it hush-hush. So if anybody, any other blogger, have information that the Justice Department in the United States has a file on the Prime Minister of this country, then come out with it. I have no proof to it. What I can say is this, that if money went through a charity, a US charity where US dollar went through it, back to Jamaica, then they can investigate that. Now, I have no proof that the Americans are investigating any member of the Jamaican government. None. What I can say is this also. When it comes on to the $1.4 billion bus scandal, it is coming from within the realms of the United States that the bus were bought up here. Now, I said on this program before that there's an investigation into did the buses given to the Jamaican government or were they sold to the government of Jamaica? That's the question that we're asking. Was the buses given as a gift to the government and people of Jamaica by the city of wherever in the Broward County in South Florida? I'm not calling on him again. Or were they sold? There's some questions that is being asked. I have no proof that the American government have any file or any arrest warrant or any investigation launched against any government official in Jamaica. I have no information about that. It's the same way I have no information that the Americans have launched an investigation against the Minister of National Security. What I know is that WikiLeaks put out information against him. Miss P, go ahead. I hear you eating in the background. All the plate that go on proper. Yeah.
God, but I just that. And the next thing, Juliet Cuthbert Flint, Avenue. Me hear them come out from Nikisha Birchell. You know what I say? We need to have something for people who are complacent. No, I remember when Sinclair and Omar Davis, I criticized Miss Birchell, and I think Omar said Sinclair we better BB. Remember?
The better what?
The better BB.
Uh-huh.
Them criticize our body during the election, and then pass 2 man, and then pass the derogatory word. I never hear Miss Cuthbert come out and say, no man, you're gone too far.
Let me say something to you, Miss B. When it come on to Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, I will not give her any cloud over here. Because Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, sometimes I wonder if termite eat out her brain.
Then, when Rhoda Crawford in up on nationwide and said the speaker at the house not chat to him, and if the speaker see anybody talk to her, then sideline her. I never hear she come out. She had the minister below Orishang in the Ministry of Security. When the injustices has done to Jamaican people, young men especially, and the lady now, Buju, she step out and say, no man, enough is enough.
That you see, I tell you something.
Right.
Have you heard any female within the ranks of the Parliament of Jamaica, apart from just opposition spokesperson and justice for the PNP, what's her name again? Zelika Jess came out and condemned it. Have you heard anybody from the government side condemning the brutal?
No, none of them.
There you go.
So we wonder if they're human or them a mechanic.
Well,
and Jeffrey, I love you. I respect your program.
Thank you.
I can't tell you that. But if I do something wrong or you talk something bad, Miss P, I got to tell you, say, Jeffrey, first I will tell you in private, say that is wrong.
Right.
And if you continue, me I will call you and tell you me mine.
And Miss P, I expect that. Yeah. I expect that, Miss P. Go ahead.
So, if me was a member of parliament, like either side, but me know me couldn't believe it. So, say me a member of parliament, PMP, I'm not going to do something. I try to implement something where I go against the people's will. And me can tell my leader, say, that no work well, that not gonna do good. Me not couldn't be a part of it. Me could never be a part of it. These people have no shame. I would like to sit down with them and question them as a human being to find out what really happened. Is it that you make a vow to praise Holness as the holy God, and whatever he do, you got to say you bow to him and do anything he say? Or you're a Jamaican serving your country with dignity, integrity, and morals? And that, I like to ask them. The Prime Minister again, somebody read out something last night, but Vivian Blake and him pity them and the Bengals. It was on paper. But what if you ask the Prime Minister? Mr. Prime Minister, you're born 1972. Mr. Prime Minister, you know, see the clip them when Vivian Blake, the shower passy, attached in America. And the shower passy this and the shower passy that. And you know, see how Vivian Blake did after I left prison. So why, as a Prime Minister, you put yourself in a business with them? Whether in cousin, dog, in push him, picking everybody.
Hold on, Miss P. Does the Prime Minister involve in some business with them?
It understand that the Bengal something where the Prime Minister bring back a quote, where the quote fling out, where Nepal and the rest of them fling out, and instead of go carry back that quote, it understandable that the name man must be Dwayne Blake is the son of Vivian Blake.
Well, Miss P, hold on there for me. This program here has no proof of that, Miss P. We have to be careful what we're doing.
Yeah, but we can't call the name because they throw on paper. Then put you up online.
Well, I haven't seen it, Miss P, so I can't comment on it.
So, what I'm saying, well, it's alleged. If so be the case, why would you know that Jeffrey Tavares naming has so much mix up? And as a Prime Minister who run a country, you are the chief servant for the country. Why would you want your name to be associated with that name? And when people look back on what happened in the 80s, come back down, and you are still with them, what are you telling the people them say? And then the court fling out the shit about the Bengal something. Never say nothing did. Everywhere say nothing happened. And you are insist to bring it back to the court. Figure mine out the place. Honorable Prime Minister, it don't look good by your side, sir. Honorable Prime Minister, comes what may, I believe you're a human. And one day, all of the wealth where you gather, there's a minute, a second where you are alone. I go there somewhere. Right? And you're going to leave everything behind because you can't carry nothing with you. Sir, what you are doing and what your name is calling up at, it not look good. And to you, may I come off now, to all the members of the JCF, Jamaica Constabulary Force, and the Jamaica Defense Force, and every agency in a Jamaica, may I beg you to go play back the tape for the Prime Minister say and take peace in piece of it for yourself. We've been calling for body cam, none now come. The man said shoot and make them make and this and all the killing are gone. All the gruesome killing. Where you say police put on man and put in head body and shoot him. The Prime Minister have never come out and say nothing. But one thing you hear about American citizens, in take up your wall out and fling one on one train. You hear? And I'm not busting fling one long elevator train. What him I tell you say no? If any problem come with the American citizens, we get shot and killed. Whosoever draw the busted trigger, and who never answer that alongside with no boss. Okay? I even make sure take oneself and take clear himself. But Honorable Prime Minister, too late shall be your call, sir. As I grieve the passing of my baby, me miss him, me lose him, but me thank God and nobody shoot him. Some natural cause, we don't know why yet.
Okay.
But members of the JTF, for those of you who assist my son, I respect you and I thank you. But what you pull up on the socks, no make no big police and no hierarchy police tell them to go do nothing. Those who in there already in there. But who not go in there yet, do no job. Really stand in order of the force and do no job. All right. Prime Minister fling we are now one train.
Yes.
Go back across, Jeffrey.
All right. Thanks much, Miss P. We have coming on our program now my good friend, human rights activist, Sir Luke George Cook. Luke, welcome to the program, sir. Luke, we're not hearing you. What happened to Luke? We're not hearing Luke at all. Did Luke connect with audio and video? Luke? We're not hearing you at all, Luke. Unmute your mic or go back out and come back in with mic. Because I don't see any mic with you at all. Go back out and come back in, Luke. We're standing by to join human rights activist Sir Luke George Cook. The number to call is 954-529-8030. It's also a WhatsApp number. There was somebody calling us earlier on. Let me see if I can get back that person here on the line. 954-529-8030. We're going to change up this number pretty soon. Producer in the background is working on a different number for this program. 954-529-8030 is the number to call into the program. This is Mek Wi Talk. We're live on TikTok also. Caller, welcome to the program. You're live.
Peace and love, man. How's everything with you?
I'm good, my brother. How are you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, my brother. One time, first let me say this. The caller that did call before Miss P, the guy, and said, and think you should sign the something
the petition? Petition?
Yes. I agree with him. I hear say, but the reason why I'm going to tell her that I agree with him.
No. Hold on. Let me clarify something here.
Yes.
When he said I should sign the petition, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to sign it. When I said who, he said something when I said who.
Okay.
Yeah. But one thing I would say though, I do not believe that this current DPP is any risk to the country. I believe she's a fair lady, Miss Thompson. I do not believe that there should be a petition going around for her to step aside. I don't believe in that. I believe that she should be allowed to do her job.
Yeah.
Go ahead for me.
Well, Jeffrey, to be honest with you, I don't know nothing about she. I don't know much about her, to be honest with you. I know about the first one.
Yes.
That she wasn't nice. But anyway, my thought to what the guys said about you when him say you you talk some valid thing, you know. You have some valid time. And I'm telling you, I don't remember one time about 2 years ago now, or probably about close to 2 years. I call on the show and I said, Jeffrey, I believe when the PNP win, you should, you know, you should take some part or take a position.
No, sir.
In the parliament.
No.
You remember that?
No.
You
Yes, I
remember
heard
that?
you, but I don't want to be a part in the politics in this country, sir. No.
All right. Okay. The reason why I said that, is like, you see, when you talk, it's like, why you think a lot of people gravitate to you and watch your show? Why you believe that?
You tell me, sir. You tell me.
You see, when you put something out there, you're not just talk. What you put out there is fact. Next thing again, you think before you talk. And to be honest with you, sometimes me question myself, sometimes I have to say, I wonder if he was a cop, I wonder if he was a detective or something.
Who, me? No, sir.
Let me say something here. Since you company show you, since you have show you me watch because I will leave me watching now. But me let you say, me depend your show 24/7, just like Rattigan, Portland Sprite, the Rain Dome song. Me watch
Yes.
Because let me say something, me learn from it. I learn a lot. There are a lot of things, Jeffrey, that me never know. I born and grow in Jamaica, and there's a lot of things I never know until me start watching. And let me say this thing, it's not only me alone. All people who left Jamaica and come here, big people who can't read, never know a lot about what was going on in Jamaica until they start watching the show. So let me say this, one who's a great influence to us. It's like, to be honest with you, it's like, trust me, it's like your class that you have, the classes them that you have on YouTube here. It's like we are into a college. And believe you me invite everybody, every Jamaican, to watch the show. Because there are things out there that hide from us, hide from us, from baby, from birth. And let me say this to you, if we never come here on YouTube and here, we never know so much. So my brother, let me tell you, man, let me tell you something. The money what them got, the millions of dollars what them got, and the pay people, wanna have no stand to Jamaica, no life to Jamaica, no upliftment. And who should I get it?
No, sir. I can't add to the stream. I can't Luke? Why I'm not hearing Luke? I don't think Luke is joining with the Luke, you need to join with audio and video. Let me say something to you, sir. I don't want no money from any political party in this country called Jamaica. Because
I hear what you're saying.
Because I must be able to criticize any government that is in power, whether the PNP or the JLP. I must not have any obligation to any political party.
But Jeffrey, before I go further, Jeffrey, and I feel the money, I feel the money, taxpayers' money. And if remember, I want the whooping fee, you are the one, you Rattigan, we learn some all I want the whooping up our eyes. I want like the put knowledge to our brain. You understand me? I want to make it see light. So tell me the honest truth now. Feel your money, I feel your money, only should I get?
No, sir.
Them should not
no. Hold on there for me. Hold on. I don't believe in that, sir. A lot of Jamaicans out there need help, sir. Jamaicans who are still under tarpaulin, they are the ones who are supposed to help, sir. Me no believe say me must be given any money to do what I am doing, sir. If people within the chat want to sell me something for the work that I am doing because I have to do research, or they want to contribute to the program, they can. But I don't believe that the Labour Party or the PNP should be giving Jeffrey Tavares program any money. No. Mr. Face individual, let me tell him what's our figure. And nobody must be able to say, you know, me give him money if you do X. No. This program don't belongs to any political party. And no politician can buy me out. Our next call coming in, so thanks for calling in.
Brother, take it easy, yes.
Yeah, man. Good night. Mek Wi Talk, you're live.
Yes, good evening, Jeffrey.
Good evening, sir. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm good. Does Prime Minister Andrew Holness believes that...
Oh, Lord, hold on there for me. Hold on. I haven't heard from you in a long while, man. I thought you were in Dubai.
Okay. I'm all right. Listening what's going on.
Yes,
So
go
the
ahead,
the Prime Minister thinks that by giving a speech, he can absolve himself from genocide. He will not be able to do that, you know, because the evidences have been documented and exposed and ready to be lodged at the International Criminal Court, Inter-American Commission of Human Rights, and Amnesty International, right?
Big up yourself, Mr.
He
Jeffrey. Go
gave
ahead.
instructions, and the instructions that he gave were followed upon by members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and the bodies have piled up. So at this stage, his speech trying to take away himself from the crime scene is null and void. It is of no effect because the damage has already been done.
True.
So I can tell Andrew Holness that he's only wasting his time, and he should check the former president of the Philippines, Rodrigo Duarte.
Yes.
He was extracted from the Philippines in the late hours of the night and flown to the Hague, and from the look of things, he's not returning back home.
You also remember the president of an African country there.
Yes.
What's his name again? Charles Taylor.
Okay.
You remember him?
Well, not at the moment.
Charles Taylor was charged for crime against humanity at the National Criminal Court. Which Jamaican prime minister or politician has been charged for the atrocity in Tivoli Garden?
Well,
which
Jeffrey,
one?
If it's not Tivoli, you know, I'm sure about Andrew Holness, you know. There's no if or no but about Andrew Holness. This guy gave clear instructions to the police, and he allowed all the loopholes. In matter of fact, they defunded Indicom and made it ineffective to the point where Terence Williams, who was excellent as commissioner of Indicom, had to leave because all the powers were taken away from them and resources. So it was by design to weaken Indicom because they want to propel police killings. Right? So Andrew Holness cannot take away himself. And he made reference to Latoya Bulgin, aka Buju, in Montego Bay. That's only one incident out of hundreds. This guy doesn't have any respect for the Jamaican people, and he's in breach of the Constitution, particularly the right to life. And most police killings have not been captured on CCTV or phone camera or whatsoever.
You know, hold on there for me, caller. I heard the Prime Minister saying that he had spoken before about the body worn cameras, and he started talking about CCC cameras and all those things. But I like to know something. CCC camera, Tivoli Garden? Is CCC camera done by Riemann Jungle?
Oh no, not at all. And the police knows that too.
So
that they can go
what
around
is this
and
Prime
wipe
Minister
out
talking
with
about?
impunity. The police should be compelled to wear body cameras. That's the ultimate device to hold them accountable. It doesn't matter whether it or not the area is properly lit or the police have to crawl on their bellies or whatever. It doesn't matter. They need to implement it quickly because these murderous policemen are on a rampage and they are celebrating. Some of them are even celebrating on TikTok. That whenever they wipe out these people, they go to their night to celebrate. A whole lot of people have died. The funeral homes are full to capacity. Burial space have become very expensive, courtesy of Andrew Holness. And Andrew Holness came out and retracted because he's under international pressure. The Commissioner of Police, Kevin Blake, came out and also retracted his statement. But what happened to Dr. Horace Chang, who was strident in his stance that the police must execute and do not bring them to hospital alive? Remember? He said, let them stay in the van back and bled.
You know something, caller? All of this is going on in the country, sir. It leaves up to the Jamaican people alone, sir. The buck stop with them, sir. And all I can hear, they're afraid. The last time I checked, Jamaica was a democracy.
Well, Jeffrey, if anyone was afraid, I see Marvin Little Fire, when he speaks, the four corners of the earth echoes.
He better be careful now because I am being told there was a video circulating on social media today where a young man is calling on Marvin to be very careful.
I don't think we should drive any fear in Marvin. What we need to do is galvanize our support around Marvin. Right? Somebody has to do it. And he has sufficient supporters out here who are willing to partake in his various actions to hold Andrew Holness accountable. Right? Dr. Horace Chang hasn't come out as yet,
I'm going to ask you this question, sir.
And when is Dr. Horace Chang going to retract his statement? The Prime Minister did. The Commissioner of Police did. What happened to Horace Chang now? Is Horace Chang
hold on for me, sir.
Hold on, Prime Minister and the Commissioner?
Hold on for me. What statement did the Prime Minister retract?
He basically said that the police should observe the human rights of our citizens and basically
so did you hear
the last resort and
did you hear
handled with dignity?
Did you hear the Prime Minister say, sir, that he retract his statement by saying you must either you meet your judge or meet the maker? Did he retract that statement, sir?
Well, he has struck a completely different tone. So what am I to surmise from his recent statements? He said the opposite of what he said previously. So it is a given that he has purportedly changed his stance on the issue of human rights and so on, extrajudicial killings.
Is that so?
And shortly after, the Commissioner of Police came out with the same tone. Now, if Dr. Horace Chang as Minister of National Security refuses to come out and strike the same tone in recent times, then it means that he opposes what the Prime Minister is saying and Kevin Blake, Commissioner of Police.
Let me say something to you, sir. I think the Minister of National Security is still sleeping, I don't believe you're going to hear anything from this Minister of National Security. I don't think this Minister of National Security means the Jamaican people in the well, sir.
Let me tell you something, man. I heard one policeman in Portmore, right? He said that he doesn't negotiate with criminals and so on, just wipe them out. So I want to know if that man is judge, juror, and executioner.
Well, if the leaders of the country, sir, the chief servants of the country, sir, give them the authority to shoot and ask question after, and give them the authority, is either they meet the judge or they make us, sir. What do you expect?
Andrew Holness just came and changed his position after being prime minister for 10
and
years.
I'm asking you, sir.
So all that damage
I am asking you,
done.
sir. Hold on for me, sir. I am asking you, sir. Did the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Michael Holness, did he retract this statement when he said, "It's either you meet your judge or your maker"? Did he retract that statement, sir?
Well,
yes or no?
Terms, no.
Okay.
No, he didn't. And he didn't apologize either. So you are right. And I saw your comment section, saying that don't listen to the Prime Minister's speech. He's just tricking the public. I know that persons in the comment section, and I know that, Jeffrey, that the Prime Minister is just trying to extricate himself from the serious consequences that are about to derive in his direction. Because I can tell you, Jeffrey, that this has been the most brutal government in the Western Hemisphere. Brother, for the past year, the kind of rampage, the kind of carnage that the police went on, is something to be written about in the history books, and it is documented. A lot of these things were captured on camera, but that would be like 2% or 1%. 90% of the police killings would not be captured on camera. So the Prime Minister, and you're right that the Prime Minister has not changed his stance really, because
exactly
he only made reference to Latoya Bulgin, one incident out of hundreds of
and have you
out of our Jamaican people.
And have you heard the Prime Minister condemn the way how the JCF brutally beat a 85-year-old man?
But it's the same police who went to Taspen and beat that 80-year-old man and mash up his mouth and his dentures and all of that and left him with blood running on his face. It's the same police group that went to Sentan, left Area 5 in Portmore, and went to Sentan to execute the brothers. No. It's the same group. they wear a sport like black color shirt or t-shirt, right? And it marked police on the side. It's the same group, and it seems as if, from what I am hearing, they have wiped out Portmore and St. Catherine. Even the young man, Romario Sterling, who was put on his knees and executed. I heard that is the same Area 5 police, and in particular group of police from 100-man police station.
Hold on for me. Somebody wrote in the chat room, Jeffrey, 1 minute you want Jamaicans to stand up for Jamaica, and the next minute you're saying Marvin should be careful. Listen to me. When you utter certain things, and I've spoken to Marvin about this, you got to be careful. If you listen to the video that a young man put out on social media, that a police stopped him the night before, and he heard one of the police say, "Marvin, me want catch."
Yeah, but the police can say anything,
hold on, no, man.
Jeffrey. I am not
yes,
going to
but you have to be careful also.
Belief. I'm not going. I think that Marvin has the right to stand up as a human rights advocate.
Hold on, no, man.
Without fear.
Hold on, no. I am not saying that Marvin must stand up. But be careful of what you're saying, because you have some people down there, the same people you stand up for, we get money can kill you.
But Jeffrey, to be truthful, what should Marvin be careful of? I don't see Marvin saying anything bad. Marvin
Lord,
is commenting where there are cases of brutal wiping out.
I am not. Listen to me, no, man. Marvin have a right to talk. All I am saying, be ye careful of where you go and where you do not go. Because the same people you're standing up for, the same people get money can kill you.
Well,
okay.
From my information, Marvin is well supported by the diaspora and people all over Jamaica. So His position is fortified, and he is not paying any issue of any possible threat in mind right now.
You see, you hold on for me. You see, you don't understand certain things, you know. You don't understand certain things, you know. If what this young man is saying, that he was stopped by a member of the JDF last night, by the JCF, must say last night, and one member of the JCF says, I'm Marvin me want meet.
So
you're saying to me, hold on,
I heard that video.
You're saying to me that as a fellow blogger or a fellow journalist and social media, I mustn't tell Marvin to be careful?
Well, one policeman making that comment shouldn't stop the duty that Marvin is carrying out.
Oh God, okay, continue the conversation. Because you understand what I'm trying to say to you.
So and even if the person concocted that story to drive fear in Marvin, we should not acquiesce to that kind of position. There is a job that has to be carried out by Marvin, and it has to be done with urgency.
And Marvin must be careful also.
Well, he is already careful. But what I'm going to encourage all of us to do is that all the unaliving stuff that went on CCTV and phone camera and so on, we should put them on a copy, on a disc or something like that, and send them off to the Hague along with notation.
So when I go to the Hague, when I go to the Hague,
swept out of, yeah.
When I go to the Hague, what will happen?
The evidence will be presented, and he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison for multiple life sentences.
Is that so?
Then what is so different about himself and Rodrigo Duarte, the former president of the Philippines? What's the difference?
Has the Jamaican people, have anybody in Jamaica charged the Prime Minister again for crime in this country?
Whether or not he is charged for crime in Jamaica, the International Criminal Court still has jurisdiction to suffer charges and trials.
I am not saying they do not have the jurisdiction, sir. All I am asking you, sir, has the Prime Minister been charged with any crime in this country?
Well, he may not be charged, right now. But I can tell you that the screws are tightening on him. That is why he can't. Look here, Andrew Holness is a tough guy, You think Andrew Holness just came out like that day before yesterday to change his tone? He would have to come under immense pressure.
What tone has the Prime Minister changed?
Well, he was encouraging the policemen to act differently, to act more professionally and all of that. I know that he doesn't believe what he's saying himself. I know. But at least it came from his mouth, Jeffrey. I remember when the mass deportation started, Jeffrey, Andrew Holness came out and threatened the incoming deportees that this is not the same Jamaica they left behind, and the serious threat. How could he did that to his fellow citizens, not knowing the circumstances by which those persons were deported? Some of them are just documentation issues. One misrepresentation, one error. Any situation could have triggered their deportation. So the Prime Minister classified them as criminals.
Thank you very much, blessed woman, 1962. Thank you.
So I'm saying, Jeffrey,
Hawaii. Good evening. Hold on for me.
Marvin.
Good night to Hawaii. People from watching us in Hawaii. Listen to me, sir. Let me say something to you. When somebody come out and say that they want a Jeffrey Tavares, yes, I'm going to continue to speak through to power. But I must also bear in mind that we're living in a society wherein the same person you're trying to take up for, them same one will turn and hurt you. And we must be cognizant of the fact that Jamaica has become a society that majority of our people really don't care. They want money and they'll take money to gun down anybody. So when I say that Marvin must be careful, and I mean it, Marvin must continue speaking through to power. But Marvin must also be careful. Be very careful.
You know what I would say to the international community who give grants to JFJ? Discontinue giving JFJ financing.
Why?
And continue with let Marvin get the money because Marvin is doing a more effective job than all these people.
Oh. Is Marvin? Hold on, man. Hold on.
JFJ becomes ineffective.
Hold on. Does Marvin have an organization, sir, to collect international funds?
Yes, sir. He has registered companies. And his work is real.
You see,
I am not looking at the registration.
The question I ask you. The question I ask you, sir. Sir, the question I ask you. Does Marvin have an organization to collect international funds? Me not talk about no company we own.
Yes, sir. He has his platform. And it's one of the biggest platforms in Jamaica.
God Almighty sake. Having a platform is one, sir. Do you think that that donor countries will give money to a platform because the platform is the biggest platform in Jamaica?
I am not afraid of changes, Jeffrey. They don't
know a question, sir.
Is very ineffective.
I am asking you a question, sir. Do
yes,
you believe
changes can occur? Changes can occur,
I am
Jeffrey.
not talking about changes.
People who are doing nothing to protect the lives of our people.
Allow me to speak to you. You said something a while ago about the biggest platform, and I'm asking you, sir, do you think that donor countries or donor wherever will give a platform money just like that?
Whatever loopholes are there in his organization in terms of finance and accountability, the incoming bodies who want to donate will set up the structures and help him to do the thing properly. That's not an issue. The fact is that he is effective, and that's what we want. JFJ is doing nothing to protect the people of our country.
What are you doing?
Income is worse.
What are you doing?
So why are you getting personal? Am I not here voicing my opinion, sign petition and everything?
I am not saying,
whenever there's any protest, I am there. So what are you saying? If there's contribution to be made financially as an individual, I easily partake. So what are you saying? You don't need to get personal.
I am not getting
personal.
This is
an issue. This is a national issue.
I am not getting personal, so I just simply ask you a question. And we must think logical.
You know my voice. You would have remembered. You would have remembered that I told you that if the people voted for Holness and gave him a third term, police killings would have quadrupled. I have said it many times on your program, and it happened in real life. I warned the mothers that they're going to band their belly and bawl in the middle of the street in the hot sun. I did warn them before Holness won.
Let me ask you a question. What is the criteria to get donor funds in an organization?
Well, it has to be a registered organization, and it has to be able to have a trust fund, escrow fund, and you give account for the monies that you're spending on your program. Here's
on what program?
What's the other issue?
On what program? Look here. Hello, allow me to talk now. Allow me to talk to, please. I'm just simply asking a question. What is the criteria? You spoke about that. You told me a while ago. And I'm asking you this question now. I'm not against what Marvin is doing, but we must think logical. What Marvin is doing.
I am thinking logical,
oh, Lord have mercy. What Marvin is doing is good. Does Marvin have a organization in the sense that say, okay, this organization is for it can collect donor funds? Are you aware of that?
Marvin has a massive organization and is very effective in lobbying the government for changes, so much so that the Prime Minister himself came out and take a different stance. In real life, I don't think the Prime Minister's change is his outlook on our Jamaican people. But at least he came out because he realized that some accountability is coming his direction. But Jeffrey, the point I'm making now, if Marvin doesn't have the structure, the accountability, and the registration and so on, which I know he has a registered organization. Now to deal with grants and so on and international finances and so on, it's easy for him to abide by those standards. The donors will tell you what they want, in the form of accountability, and you comply with the donors. So I don't see, we are not even arguing over a very critical issue at this point in time, because if the structures are not there, the donors will put them in place.
Does Marvin own an NGO? Huh?
I am not sure if he non-government. Yes. What he's doing is a non-government organization. He's not funded by government.
I am asking you a question. Hold on. Listen to me, man. The question I'm asking you, sir, do you have any idea if Marvin have a non-government organization program, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware? You have proof to it?
I don't need any particular proof. I know he's running an effective organization. So much so that we are getting the results. He's traveling island-wide to lobby on behalf of the victims and their families.
Okay, sir. Thanks very much for calling
in closing, Jeffrey.
I have a next call coming in. Thanks for calling in.
Okay.
All right. There was somebody calling in a while ago. 954-529-8030. You call about this person here. Mek Wi Talk here live. Nine 529-8030 is the Mek Wi Talk program. Listen to me. It is good to talk the talk. I don't know if Marvin have an organization that donor countries will donate to his organization. We can chat all we want, chat until we're blue in the face. Is it? We have to be careful in what we're saying. And I'm not saying that Marvin not doing anything, Marvin is doing a great job. But the question we must ask ourselves, if JFJ not doing anything and whosoever not doing anything, will other organization, non-government organization in America, or will the American government donate to Marvin organization? That's all I'm asking. 954-529-8030 is the numbers to call into the program. 954-529-8030. Okay. Yes, thank you very much. I will. 954-529-8030. Listen to me. We have to be cognizant of the fact that although an individual may have an organization, we have no proof that the organization he has can accept donor funds. We don't. We're live on TikTok and also on YouTube. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like up the live feed on TikTok. (954-529-8030) is the numbers to call. We were trying to get a hold of Luke George Cook, but apparently he's having a technical difficulties coming in. I don't know what happened. This is the easiest platform to get onto. What is the point? What you need to do, you see? Go onto Google and Google how you accept donor funds. It's not just any organization, just any platform. You can be running a YouTube platform. That doesn't mean you can get donor funds into the YouTube platform. No. There is a lot of things that were put in place for you to get donor funds from donor countries or from organizations throughout the world. There's criteria. So the fund register. Oh, is that so? Let me go back to something here before I. Okay. I heard there's this video here circulating on social media. I haven't vetted it as yet, but I'm going to play this video here. And this is why we must be careful as citizens how we approach police. Be very careful. Listen to this.
What you gonna do? Video where you like video, man. Mark your face. Video where you want video. There. Murder one on it. No! No! Oh, I'm doing it. Pepper spray me here, man. You know pepper spray me here. I'm going to skin and burn me right away. You murder one on it. Right now. You hear me, boy?
Yo, me chief.
No, I do not know what she and the police has. But I don't believe, regardless of what you're upset. You have to be careful, you know. She's threatening the police and by saying that, you know. She's threatening the security forces by saying that. Good night, Mek Wi Talk. Chris, how are you doing?
Yeah, Sir Jeffrey.
Boy, am I there?
Why, Jeffrey? I don't know what it's about Jamaica,
you know. You know, Chris, a lot of people give up on Jamaica, you know, Chris.
I think, Jeffrey.
Yes.
The more I look at Jamaica, is the more I wonder if we can ever come back to a sane society.
We can, you know, if the people.
But I don't know, Jeffrey, because the people, the material you need to build any society is the people. And from what I see in Jamaica, the people them gone insane. The people them, they literally have lost their minds. You have a set of society. You have a society, Jeffrey, that is so separated in class and race and different ways.
Yes.
That the bottom part of the society is completely disconnected from the middle and the upper part of the society. It's like them living in separate worlds. The police is let loose on the lower part of the society to contain them, brutalize them. And the police that you see walking around come from out of the ghettos and them come into the police force with their values. So they bring the behavior,
the vengeance,
that them showing towards the citizens that them interact with is what them used to growing up. So it's a bad man thing, but it's a natural thing to them. That's how they have been brought up for the most part. To interact with each other is by brutality and force. We have a society where 50% of the people can barely read and write. When you have that kind of illiteracy and the inability to communicate and solve problems, you're going to have a volatile situation.
True.
So what you have with these policemen, I hear them talk to people, and the things that them say to the citizen and the threats is things what they would have seen growing up in a lot of them ghettos. So it's normal to them to talk to you that way. Them don't know any better, and them rush them through a little training thing and let them out upon the society for brutalize them with the instruction from the Prime Minister and the National Security Minister to go out there and do what is necessary and what you need to do to bring these people to heal.
Chris, let me ask you a question, Christopher. You are Jamaican, and you're looking within from wherever you are right now, looking within Jamaica. You have a TV on in the background, Chris?
Yeah, let me move away from.
If
yeah, go ahead.
What you see going on now in our country, Chris? The unaliving of so many Jamaican citizens. The security forces has no respect for the Jamaican people. Jamaican people have no respect for the security forces. You believe that the morals and values of the country has gone down to nothing, sir?
Down to the ground. But Jeffrey, I have a dirty little secret to tell you.
Yes.
Most Jamaicans don't mind if the police kill off them people. Me talk to them.
My God.
Them say, boy, this is something that they're willing to tolerate because we have to bring this thing to heal, which means the murder rate.
So they're in agreement with the police on unaliving 60 mentally insane individuals?
Yes, because it's not their kids. And them not come from, we're not the people I'm talking about, it's tend to be in the middle and the upper class.
There's no middle class in Jamaica anymore, my friend. It's the upper class. The people of the Vumu.
That is true. That is true, but you can't tell Jamaicans that. If a man have a car, him is middle class.
Oh.
That's the measurement. It don't take much for a Jamaican think him in the middle class. If him can go to the bank and get a car, which is very easy to do in Jamaica. Him is now a middle class man, and you can't tell him say him not doing great. Because things are not measured in Jamaica by health care and education, It's measured by if me can get a used car and me a flash. You understand? So the projection is I'm doing great. But what I'm not understand, a car is a debt. It's not something, it's not an asset. It's going to go down in value. So it's not building your wealth, it's actually draining you if you can't afford it. But that's a different subject completely. But what I'm saying to you is a lot of Jamaicans are willing to put up with some level of innocent people being killed as long as the murder rate can come down. Especially if it's from the lower.
Christopher. If they are willing to put up a lot of Jamaicans being murdered in this country, how on earth can the crime rate go down?
When I say innocent, because me for one, if a man back a gun on a policeman, that policeman have a right to defend himself and go home. But what I don't agree with is if a man surrender, the police shouldn't kill him. That is against any kind of natural law, local law and international law. That those things shouldn't happen, and that is happening in Jamaica very regularly, where people surrender and the police kill them. So when Andrew Holness came out the other day and say what he said, what Andrew understand is that the turning point for Trump the other day was the killing of those two white people in Minnesota. And Andrew is a political creature. He understand that there's a tipping point where you have to pull things back. So he might try to get ahead of this by coming out there and saying, boy, I'm sorry that the little girl get killed. If that wasn't on video, he wouldn't give a damn.
And that begs to ask the question also, Chris, is that the Minister of National Security says nothing about it. You don't hear, you don't hear the female members of Parliament and the Jamaica Labour Party says nothing about it.
Hear. Jeffrey, it go back to what I said to you. I was down there the other day and I talked to people. The average Jamaican don't care about each other, They don't care. All they care about is not them. It happened too.
But when it comes to their door, everybody have to come to their rescue. It's not, we don't live in a society in Jamaica where you are my brother's keeper, I know. It's a thing where, listen, if that man have it dead for me, feel free, then that's what have to happen. We don't care. Yeah, they don't really care. I'm telling you, Jeffrey, this is what I hear people say. They will say, boy, you know, boy, I don't really like it, you know, but boy, if the man kill a couple people and them dead, well, you know, where you going? Where you going to? Where you going to?
From
you
your
know, we
point,
need to bring this.
From your point of view, Chris, do you believe that Jamaica has become a banana republic or on the brink of becoming a banana republic?
What you talk about, Jeffrey? Banana. We passed banana republic. America is a banana republic. Jamaica, we don't banana skin republic. You mean we don't banana republic? What you talk about banana republic? We past that, Jeffrey. We past banana republic. What you talk about? When you can put, when the prime minister can put him wife as the speaker, you know how, Jeffrey, the speaker of the house, you know, is one of the most powerful positions in any country's parliament or Congress, you know, because that person control what goes in and comes out of the parliament.
Indeed.
But most Jamaicans are so ignorant of what that power is that they when them hear said this woman going to be speaker, they don't even know what that means. This is how insanely ignorant we are in that country. And the fact that that could have happened and the PMP never take to the road. I said, no, this can't happen.
Let me say something to you. I was told by a high-ranking member of the People's National Party that they support her in the first instant of she becoming Speaker of the House. The second instant, they did not support her. And I asked them, I said to the person, said, if you did not support her, why did you sit in there? Why didn't you just protest and walk out?
Listen, Jeffrey, that is nonsense. That's absolute nonsense. You and I know that the Speaker of the House, whether it's in the United States or in Jamaica, have tremendous amount of power.
Yes.
And people like Palwell and these guys know that power. They have been around the parliament for decades. But you see them all chum it together, you know, when certain things will happen. You understand? So, you know, they allow this woman to get this position, and then now them come and them have buyer's remorse. Because Jeffrey, think of it this way. If I'm running a publicly traded company, every bylaws in a publicly traded company tell you that the CEO cannot be sleeping with his secretary.
Exactly. And that is why I ask the question time and time again. In no other modern democracy, not a question, a statement. In no other modern democracy can you have a prime minister who is the head of a part of the government and the wife who is head of another part of government. It cannot work. Only in Jamaica this nonsense happens.
How it will work is a conflict of interest on so many levels that is ridiculous. It's almost cartoonish for this woman sitting in the parliament acting like she can't separate herself from the husband when she asleep with priorities. What kind of madness? And you come talk about Banana Republic? We are the laughing stock of the world. What Banana Republic? You're insulting Banana Republic, boss. Stop that. we're a joke as a country. We love jump up and down and we're full of pride and say we are the best at this and we are the greatest and this. Nonsense. We don't even educate our people. Half of the Jamaican people can't read and write. What the hell are you talking about? Banana Republic. We're going nowhere. We're pretentious. We're a very pretentious people. We're full of pride.
Half of the Jamaican people have never seen a copy of the Jamaican Constitution, much as to read it.
Don't know nothing about it.
Nothing. They do not know nothing about the Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedom.
I don't think them even care. Because it's not something that they can eat, you know. We are down to salt and bread, you know, Jeffrey, yes. as Gandhi went saying, you know. If we can't eat it or wear it, it has no value to us. We're not an intellectually curious people. We're very basic. You understand? So things like constitution, what constitution, we don't even know what in the charters are right. We don't know what right we have as Jamaicans. So we're completely ignorant of everything around us. And we just, as I said, it's just basic things. Want a car, want some food, and have a good time. We're not a serious people.
And
we're
that is
not.
why somebody in the chat room is asking, are we saying that the court system would uphold the PM wife as speaker? Let me say something too now. The people of Jamaica.
I don't think the court, Jeffrey, I do not think the court have any, that's not in the court.
Exactly. I was just going to say it. I was going to say it, Chris. Yeah. The people of Jamaica has the last say in everything.
I don't think the court can come in and usurp the parliament and say what they can. That's a provision of the parliament to decide who.
Exactly.
Speaker. Yeah.
Exactly.
The opposition, to me, the opposition did a disservice to the country by not being more vigorously opposed to that. That should have been taken to the street, Jeffrey.
Exactly.
Everything you should do to prevent it from. No, if they did all they could do and it happened still, they could have said, well, see, they won't tell you this was the wrong move. But they didn't do that. They went willingly and have this woman put into the position. And by the way, Jeffrey, I believe this move was, Andrew is a genius when it comes to certain things, He positioned his wife as deputy speaker, knowing that him go and pull down Dalrymple and put his wife in there, and make a deal with Dalrymple on the side to come back, And I'm going to tell people this long time when it happened. This is not a happenstance that Juliet will become the speaker. She was positioned as deputy speaker. Why even put her in that position if and Andrew is one of the great corruptors,
But that's only that thing, Chris. That's only that thing, Chris. Andrew is one of the smartest politicians.
Yes.
One of the smartest politicians this country have ever seen. And he's using the Michael Manners tragedy against the People's National Party.
Well, Jeffrey, all I can tell you that I'm 62 going on 63, and I know in my lifetime, what makes Andrew dangerous, he's willing to tear down the institution to keep power.
Exactly.
He's willing to corrupt every institution if it means that he's going to hold on to power. And him remind me of Trump in that way. Trump will upend every institution, the constitution, whatever him need to do to hold on to power, him will do anything, and Andrew is cut from that same thought.
But
the two of them have the same kind of behavior.
When you look on the Jamaican people, though, Christopher, Jamaica has corruption to the highest level. $1 trillion bus scandal. How much trillion dollar gone missing? The pandemic money. You hear nothing more about it. Jamaicans living on a tarpaulin from Hurricane Beryl to Hurricane Melissa. $400,000 was handed over to Babsy Grange at a cafe here in South Florida to help with the Hurricane Melissa relief program. 1.44 billion collected. Of that 1.44 billion, God bless who must spend out of it. And the people of Jamaica still sit down and allow this to continue, Christopher?
Let me tell you something, Jeffrey. I'm like you. I sit and I study this society, Jamaican society, and I'm perplexed every time because, you have people like Darrell Vaz, a man that is so corrupt that in any other country, he would honor the prison.
Exactly.
Right? Him come up with these bizarre things what him do, and him do it in the face of the people. And because of how ignorant the society is, they don't even care and don't understand that this man is abusing the taxpayers' money and they're going to have to pay for it and they have to suffer. You have tough stand down there for years. I do all kind of things. This is a country where you talk about Banana Republic. We passed Banana Republic long time. Any sane person look on Jamaica, no problem.
And look at this too, Christopher.
That's the man.
They collect food for the people of Jamaica, and 50 million pound of food was spoiled, or 50 million food spoiled. Now tell me something now. If this is so, because I haven't seen it, if this is so, how cruel can a government get to its own people? The
First
Americans.
of all, Jeffrey,
let
me ask you something.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you something. Which sane person take up them hard work money and give it to Andrew Holness and them bandits?
The Jamaican diaspora.
I think that money them was going to end up where them send it.
Some members of the Jamaican diaspora did it so because they want to get out of old dead dog and out of old dead donkey.
I don't give a rat behind, but Jeffrey, as you know, I went down there myself. I carry the money in my pocket and whatever I'm going to give to who me personally give to. I would never give a plug nickel to Andrew Holness and him bandit thief. Are you out of your mind? And as you say, a lot of people want curry favor and be seen with them. I don't want to be seen with none of them pirates. You understand? I don't want to go to them cocktail party. I don't want to break bread with them. Because I don't have no respect for them as human beings.
Exactly.
You understand? So me hold my corner. But, you know, as I said, Jeffrey, there's going back to the original thing that we started with. There's lots of people in Jamaica, and I'd venture to say maybe half of the population of the people who is quite fine if Andrew kill off the criminal them and in the course of doing that kill maybe a couple hundred innocent people. If that's the price they have to pay, that's the price they have to pay. They are quite fine with it. I'm telling you. I'm not exaggerating. So the outcry, there's no outcry when the poor people them get slaughtered in the street. People will say whether they're a criminal, and people will go and sleep at them bed and say, well, at least I feel like I could safer tonight. And are we supposed to be civilized people? And people are supposed to look at us and say, we're Jamaican and we are civilized people. I don't know. But I don't want a man pay with film innocent life for me, to make me feel safe. I want a just society. And if a man is a criminal, then angle him as such, but you shouldn't be killing.
Do you believe, Christopher, that in your lifetime and my lifetime, you'll see a different Jamaica?
No. And the reason I said that, Jeffrey, is the next generation is coming up is worse than this generation that is here. Because I from what I've seen, I think social media is making people more callous. You know, Jeffrey, do you know when you see a car accident in Jamaica or a truck turn over, before the wheel don't spin, people strip it there? Yes. And it depend them post it and them out there giggle and a laugh. There's no empathy. There's no empathy in the society. That's dead.
But Christopher, the Bible speaks about it, you know, that men will be lovers of themselves and of their money. And when you look at it, you know, people nowadays have no love in their heart for anyone, you know.
None.
It's all about themselves and how they can tear down somebody else to get what they want in life.
Yes. Everything is listen, if I can get a used car and I can go out and have a good time, then I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Them other things about, you know, having empathy for your fellow men, that is for suckers.
And
that's for suckers.
It also begs to ask the question too. We here in the Jamaican diaspora are seeing the problem that's going on in Jamaica. The Jamaican people believe that Jamaica is okay. So why are we killing up ourselves in the diaspora about Jamaica?
But this is the thing, you know, Jeffrey. There's a set of people that live here in the United States, and they treat Jamaica like them going to Disney World, right? And them say, I go Jamaica sweet, and Jamaica this and Jamaica that. They do not care about
Hold on for me, Chris. Let me give out the number. The number is 954-529-8030. That's 954-529-8030. It's also a WhatsApp number. It's running across your screen there. 954-529-8030. Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, Jeffrey, We don't care about each other. And I know when there is a catastrophe like a hurricane, we come together and do that. But that's most countries. Everybody, when them country under stress like that, they will rally to them and help out. But the day-to-day people, how they treat each other, the callousness, the brutality, and the police. I keep telling people acting like the police force was brought in from another country and imposed on us. No, them same policemen, the way here I talk to them old people, so them come out of them same community there, them grew up that way there, them don't know if act any different, and they weren't being trained to go out in the society and behave any differently. Actually, Andrew always want them to be that way because it's a clash of two kind of things, and one have to come to heal. And Andrew decide, say, him going to use force for break the will of them people. And if him have to put something in the ground, then that's what have to happen. But his way is going to be the police going to go out as a battering ram and beat people into submission.
Yes.
You understand? So when you see them man with them gonna cock off on them side, it's a cowboy mentality. Go out there and make them gravel when them see you. You know, see it when a man throw a man I see them take up a little man there and them throw him head first into a thing and everybody was laughing. But going back to the empathy, them never say, boy, them was all laugh. It was a joke because them can't put it on social media and and skin them teeth. Them don't care. It's one of the most uncaring society I know of is Jamaica. Very uncaring.
But Christopher, how did we get to here as a people? Jamaica is well renowned around the world in the Guinness World Book of Record of churches per square mile. How did we get to this stage in our lives that we're leaving behind a Jamaica that is not good for our children, a Jamaica where corruption is the order of the day, a Jamaica where there is no love, there is no empathy? How did we get to it?
Jeff, everything I tell you, two things, Jeffrey. This is just my opinion. I'm not a sociologist or anything like that. I think everything comes down to money in Jamaica. Jeffrey, if you go pre-1980s, when a Jamaican aspire, them build a 3-bedroom house and people live and them live next to them neighbor, them help each other. And I don't know, something turned about 1980 when we get satellite and start look outward. And, that's when the drug thing too take off with the big Dan them and everything. And everybody, all of a sudden, nobody was satisfied with that 3-bedroom. If in a 3-floor, even if they can't finish it, if them have to go rob, steal, and kill, to build a 3-bedroom house there, the 3-floor house. If what them have to go move Mount Zion to do it, as 50 Cent say, get rich or try die, get rich or try dying, something like that. That is the mantra in Jamaica. So I grew up in the 1980 when the drug down them was really coming into their own, and that whole mentality there. And then we also, I think the immigration pattern changed from going to England, which is a more respectable society in a lot of ways, where manners is a thing, and we start coming to the US where them things they never matter. You're dropping out of New York City in the 1970s, and New York City was a rough time in the 1970s. And so all of the mannerism we take on of them society there, we just bring it back home. And so we went from the English, where we used to migrate to, and we went to New York, which is a more gritty, a more, every man for himself kind of society. And all of that persona we took on, and we take it back to our country. So now we don't even know who we are, to be honest, Jeffrey. I don't think Jamaicans know. We call it like sponge. We suck up everything we're on. We take on people, culture, and stuff like that. We don't know who we are anymore. One thing we know, we love money, and if we have to go kill, rob, or steal to get it, we are going to do it. That's for damn sure.
That is very sad. That is very sad.
Yeah, yes, it's all down to the dollar. If you know and I know, if you go Jamaica and anybody do anything for you, and you don't get them money, they're going to be damn upset with you.
And because they believe that you bring down the US mint in your pocket.
Yeah,
God
nobody
help
do
us.
anything free
God
for,
help us.
again for you in Jamaica. Everything is down to the money. 'Cause everybody want the latest and the greatest and the bigger house and the cars and everything, and we're willing to do anything to get it.
Sad,
So that's
sad.
the society we are in. We are no much better than the US.
Sad.
Where that is the same thing here. We every man for himself. It's the same thing in Jamaica. We don't have that society anymore where I grew up in a time when as a look a youth and I go school, them would put you in the bus, and when you reach school, them take you out and make sure you cross the road. Them things in a Jamaica again. Them days are done and gone.
Yes.
Is just money. All them talk about is money constantly. It make you sick.
Yes.
And then degrade each other about it, and then the behavior, even the people that you think you should be looking up to as older people to set examples. The youth them not have no example because the older people them are stupid like the young people them. So there's no leadership anymore. So we don't know where we're going. We know we love money though.
Yes. As we're gonna go off here now, Chris. The late Wilmot Mutty Perkins once said, the center cannot hold mere anarchy upon the land. May God help this nation. Chris?
Yes, we're going. All right, my friend. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, man. Thanks for calling in, my brother. Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right.
Yes. We're going to say good night to the Mek Wi Talk program. It has been a great program. I want to say thank you all for coming on. And something as we come off the program, I want to say to all those on TikTok, continue to like up the live feed and send us some gift on TikTok. Thank you so much. For those on the YouTube channel, remember to like, share, and subscribe. And as we come off air, we must remember one thing as a nation and as a people, that if we don't stand up for our God-given right in this country, who will? And the question I'm asking tonight, what sort of Jamaica we're leaving behind for our children? Huh? A Jamaica is full of corruption and nepotism and cronyism. A corruption where the security forces continue having the Jamaican people as target practice and blackbirds. That's a Jamaica we want to leave behind. A Jamaica in which the Prime Minister tells the people of the country that the security forces must either bring us in to face our judge or face our maker. And the Minister of National Security is saying I should shoot and ask questions after. That's a Jamaica we're leaving behind. I want to say thank you all very much. Thanks to my producer in the background who continue working hard for this YouTube channel and other portals that we're coming on. I want to say thank you all very much for coming on. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until you hear my voice again, I'm Jeffrey Tavares saying so long. May God bless you. May God bless our island home, Jamaica land we love. Good evening, everyone.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, Mek Wi Talk, my people, Mek Wi Talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Mek Wi Talk, people, Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, Mek Wi Talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Mek Wi Talk, people.
Remind him, Papa Dad. Dubplate. Get rid of this evil Prime Minister.
That jaded mean you must dip in it. But I say to Andrew Holness, you better understand that puts a run wild in a jaded
Hear the word of the Lord, Jamaica. Hear the word of the Lord. The plan is to make things as difficult as possible for the people by not supporting them in any serious, significant, or sustainable way, with the hope that in frustration they would move away and go somewhere, go to go live with their family, find somewhere else, so that they would not have the problem or the responsibility to relocate them. So it's a waiting game. I hear the Lord saying it's a waiting game. So yes, you touch a little there and you touch a little there. Nothing significant. Nothing sustainable. And the hope is that with the hardship, with the difficulty, and the nigh impossible situations that would confront the people, they would leave in frustration. Can't bother. Just pack up whatever little they have, and most have lost everything. And whatever little they have, it is damaged. But they will just pack up and just go somewhere. Pack up and maybe hitch up with family, each area, so that those communities, those areas would be left vacant so the authorities can take them over. Hear the word of the Lord. But I'm here to say today that that strategy is not going to work. The Lord is going to allow it to blow up in their faces. And God is also going to judge them as a result of it. The Lord has heard the cries of the people.
Yes, they're crying.
And he is about to respond. But also woe beyond to those in Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth who are rapacious, greedy, like the hardwares and those places, those involved in price gouging, yes, profiteering and so on. Those who have been stealing, not because you really have to steal, because some of you are stealing out of greed, and stealing is never right under any circumstance. Those who continue to be involved in wickedness, even though you're suffering, but you're still involved in wickedness, the Lord is still going to be judging you. But his anger, his wrath will be coming upon the oligarchs. And among them are politicians. The Lord is not asleep, and he has noted what is taking place right across the island of Jamaica. And even in the West, and in particular, there in St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, and elsewhere, but especially those two parishes. So there's more judgment to hit those two parishes. There is witchcraft. When I go down there to do ministry, and every week we have to go down. Every week we have the teams going down. Every week, at least 2 times per week. Most times 3 times per week. The high levels of witchcraft, revivalism, and then immorality. You see what is happening in the different areas. They have the strip clubs, and you wonder if it's the same persons who were running all over the place before. During the hurricane, immediately after the hurricane, their hearts have become so hardened. You saw what happened, Mr. Clark. You saw what happened with the carnival, so-called carnival. Thousands of them. Where did so many people come from? Under the guise that it is going to cause them to prosper. That carnival bring prosperity to Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth. The devil is a liar. You better repent because of what is up ahead. So if you think Melissa did damage, worse is up ahead. I'm going to say it one more time. Worse is up ahead. And I'm going to repeat the prophetic word that one of the reasons the people are not receiving the kind of help that they should have got, saith the Lord, is that the authorities, they are hoping that the people out of frustration will just left their land. Just leave it. So that they can take over. But it's not going to happen. There is a midnight cry that will come upon this island of Jamaica. The Lord will be visiting. Remember, the churches are not going to escape, because one of the reasons this wickedness can take place in Jamaica is that many of the churches are complicit. Where they are not complicit, they are complacent. Where they are not complacent, they are klearos, meaning lukewarm. The same word from which lukewarm comes there in Revelation chapter 3. They are donkia, them don't care, they don't care, them donkia.